Hey everybody, Opendoor looked good today. The Opendoor stock looked really, really good, just like yesterday. And I made a video yesterday. If you were watching it, if you saw the video and you bought today, you did good because today we were at 629 and now we're at 692 after hours. So everybody who's watching, please subscribe and like this video again. Last video got a lot of likes and I hope you also like this video as well. Chart for Opendoor. Yesterday was a good day, as you can see, $5.99 all the way to $6.39. Then there's a big question: will we hold that price during after hours and pre-market? And it did. It held it really well at the 634. That was a support on this line right here, and it held it. When the market first opened up, it came down some. There's some profit taking. Nothing serious about that. That's why when the stock market first opens up, can't really look at it to know if that's the way the stock is going to go for the rest of the day. 15 minutes to see what's going to happen. And that's what happened. 9:45, they started to go down. It went all the way down to 626. And at 10:45, it started to go up. The journey to go much higher started at 10:45. And there's no looking back. No looking back. It started to go up. Then it came down some. Started to come up some more. Consolidated. And then it had a nice pump at 215, and it held at close. And as you can see, after hours, we're still holding again, just like we did yesterday. So Opendoor is getting better. I made two videos prior, before this run. I made a short video about Opendoor Technologies stock on my YouTube channel about Opendoor stock, trying to prepare everybody that Opendoor could be back to going back up again. So follow this channel and you can get detail about Opendoor charts, because I chart a lot of stocks, especially Opendoor stock, really fast because you can see the trend lines I have here. So this first line was the support for Opendoor. I drew this about 3 days ago, I think, either 2 or 3 days ago. I said, I think Opendoor found the bottom, and here's the support at 576. And we have 3, 4, 5 days green, which means, people are starting to buy the stock again. You don't have 5 days green for nothing. There's a reason why you have 5 days green. Investors are loading up, retail loading up. And, you got to get in early. You got to get in early, these kind of stocks. Can it pull back now? It's possible. It could possibly pull back a little bit. After hours, we're red, but now we're even. Just popped even just now at 693. I was about to say red, but it just popped even at 693. And now we're 0% up. Okay, now it's back to red again. So after hours is red right now, but it doesn't mean that's where it's going to be when it opens up. We never know. It fluctuated back and forth. The weekly chart, again, another strong green candle for this week so far, and that's looking good. That's the most important part about this stock and all stocks, the resistance and support. Since right here, and let's look at the hourly chart so you can see it better. The first one was at 682. Then once we broke that 682 and held it, that's going to be very positive for Opendoor. We broke it and held it. We tried to go to 699. So at the $7 mark, they started selling at 699. So it never touched $7, but we almost got there. Tomorrow, if we break $7, that's going to be very, very huge for Opendoor. But the most important thing that's going to be huge is to break $7 and hold it. That's going to be the most important thing for Opendoor Technology. And the Bollinger Bands are starting to go up. The upper Bollinger Band is going up. The lower Bollinger Band is separating, which means a big move is coming or is currently happening, which it is. The moving averages are going up. So everything looks good on the hourly chart. The 4 hour, we have a lot of green. All this green right here. A lot of buying, not a lot of selling. So this is very good on the chart. The daily chart looks great. And the daily chart shows a resistance at $7, as I said. Let's look at the next resistance after $7. That's going to be key. And the next one is going to be something familiar, $7.25. I've said that previously, long time ago, back in, looks like December, November. $7.25 is going to be a key resistance. And the next one is going to be $7.50 area. 07 is also going to be a resistance. Right here, if you can see it, 777 is resistance. So there's another one at 777. So those will be the resistance for Opendoor. Break 699, 725, 760. Then it's 777. We need to break that. And then once that happens, once we get in this area for Opendoor, you know, we can start talking about $8, $9 again, where a lot of people are stuck at. A lot of people bought in around 8, 9, 10, and they're stuck there, and they either want to get out and sell and break even, or they may want to hold and see if it goes to $10 or higher. We're going to need some huge news from the housing market, data report, or Opendoor put out some very, very good news to go to $9 to $10 or higher. But for Opendoor, just to go to the $7, $8 area, kind of like in this area right here, around the 7, 8, that's going to be good. Up here to the $10 area, I think we're going to need some good news. Maybe the administration put out some news to help home buyers. We have good housing data to $10 for sure. Volume for Opendoor, can we get a short squeeze? Based on what I'm seeing right now, there's not a lot of short volume right now, so a short squeeze is probably not in question. But we can gradually make our way back up. We don't need a short squeeze. Who cares? We don't need a short squeeze. We can gradually make our way back up to 8, 9, 10. As you can see, there was a lot of short volume here around July, and also a lot of short volume around September. It's kind of small now. Short volume over here is where we're at now. January 5 area, January 6. And it's not a lot of short volume at all. Total volume, as you can see, July and September, a lot of volume because you had a lot of people buying and you had a lot of people selling at the same time in July and September. That's why you have a lot of total volume. It's higher volume for Opendoor and also buying volume. Not too much selling, buying volume. We don't need huge volume bars like in July and September. We can have maybe half of the volume bar in September and July. Remember, there was a lot of selling. That's why the volume bars are so big on the chart. Strong, high volume to move up a stock if there's a lot of buying. We closed at $6.93. Past 5 days, we're up 20%. Past 1 day, up 9%. So we're seeing some huge gains, very notable gains, and people may start talking about Opendoor again. Gains within a few days. It looks good. Here's the big run we had, and then here's the consolidation. Kind of downward, but not too much downward. So that's actually a positive sign. We've consolidated from 1007 to 576 for Opendoor to have so much selling here on a weekly, but still hold the 576 to 750 area. Now, if we can hold this area and keep going up, that's very positive. Let's ignore the area where the pump happened, and we just look at this right here. Looking at the pump, it's just consolidation. Straight consolidation in this area right here. And now we have 2 weekly green candles so far at 775 area. Will it happen? It's very possible that it could. Because when I looked at the Opendoor option volume, I saw a lot of call volume around January 16th. The strike area, the strike price was around $7 to $7.78 area for Opendoor. Money is buying option calls at for Opendoor around the $7.75. Doesn't mean it's going to go there. No one knows where Opendoor is going to go. It could be a bad call, the smart money, but a lot of times they know what they're doing, and the 775 is where they're stacking their calls at. But for sure, it's no guarantee it's going to 775. That's just what they believe will happen. And based on the indicators, it could happen. It could happen. The weekly looks good. The daily, as you can see, a strong RSI moving upward. A MACD golden cross just happened today, and $7.75 to $8 is in play, but the 4 hour and the 1 hour is kind of overbought right here. So will we struggle at the $7? That's going to be the big question the rest of the week. Will we struggle at $7 resistance? Because we are looking like overbought a little bit, but that could change anytime. We get some more volume coming in there that can hold this price area while the MACD and RSI reset a little bit, and then we can break that $7 area and go to $7.75, $8, maybe by the end of the week or next week. So we have to see what happens. But everything looks good right now, Opendoor. Not a lot of news out in the market for Opendoor or a housing market, but if you're playing the chart looks good for Opendoor. We have one green bar here on the MACD showing a possible uptrend and reversal from this long downtrend we've been having ever since November. So everything looks good so far, and keep supporting the channel, subscribe, keep liking the videos, and I will see you tomorrow. I should put out another Opendoor video tomorrow. Take care.